gamers, and welcome to the Nerdstrom Household. My name is Nerdstrom, and I will be playing against myself. We are off the heels of an exciting match between number 2 seed Blue Steel and number 1 seed Ruby Sapphire. Of course, Ruby Sapphire showed why it is a top dog in the Nerdstrom Household. But now we have an up and comer in waiting in the wings that has been a high mark for success in the past, and now it finally has the ability to really showcase what it truly is made out of. So today, in this episode of Playing As Myself, the number 2 seed, Blue Steel, is going to prove its mettle against the number 4 seed, Amethyst Steel Jafar deck. Now this one in particular has been a staple of mine since going back into the Inklands. I've always thrown it in as like a fun deck, like especially if I'm like playing against people who are usually like more casual players. I'll play this deck as like high roll option just to kind of make it make things interesting without making it seem losing its competitive edge at the same time too, because it really kind of depends on the whole Jafar Whole New World combo that most people know it for. But now in this day and age, someone has unlocked the ability to really use all the products at its disposal to expand the chances of being able to get all the tools that you need in order to win the game. That was in the form of Zansayed not too long ago. And I really think that the way it plays, it is a pretty solid option, really solid version of Amethyst Steel Jafar. I am considering it as a possible option going into set championships, even though I have been really kind of raising my Blue Steel to be my deck for the set. And of course, Nerdstrom Household, Nerdstrom House Championships are still in play, and I do want to see who could possibly make it out on top. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So again, it's going to be Blue Steel versus Amethyst Steel, a solid steel showcase. Now, Amethyst Steel as the lower seed, you don't see that every day. It's been a while, especially since Blue Steel has been kind of the main thing, and you've seen it rise up the ranks. But what we're going to do is we're going to have Amethyst Steel decide who roll first. And ooh, that is a pretty high mark to beat. Amethyst Steel, 11. And let's go ahead and check Blue Steel. Let's see what it gets. It only gets a 7. So both these decks have the potential to come out and be pretty aggro, so both of them benefit from this high roll. But we'll see which one comes out on top. So these decks have already been shuffled for the first one. Let's go ahead and see which decks are going to have the better hand starting this game. So let's go ahead and start with Blue Steel. Now remember, Blue Steel is in fact a number 2 seed here in the Nerdstrom Household, and Amethyst Steel is a 4 seed, which does mean that in the event Amethyst Steel beats Blue Steel in this best of 3 contest, it does mean that Amethyst Steel will take over the number 2 slot, and then everyone else below it will drop down a level. So just keep that in mind as if you guys are keeping score here at the Nerdstrom Household. I certainly am. I'm trying to see which is the top deck here in the Nerdstrom Household for sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually trying to like map out what I want to keep as an option. There we go. Should I? Actually, no, this can go. And then let's do that. Well, actually, no, if I do that, it's not funny. and send back 3 on this set. You'll have to excuse it, my voice being as low as it is. I hope it doesn't sound like a golf tournament. Let's actually check and see. Give me a quick sound check, which I should have done. 3. And let's go ahead and check this out. Okay. Well, at the very least, I sound like I exist. That's a good thing. So let's go ahead and get this shuffled up. I already got my 3. Got my opening hand. As far as my feeling about that hand, I think it's pretty good. Pretty solid option. Let's see where we go from there. And if you guys are new to this channel, remember that. First of all, thank you for watching me. Be sure to like this video. Comment, just to say hey and say hello. If you appreciate Lorcana, if you appreciate AEW, which is over on the opposite side, if you appreciate steamed hams, drop a comment. Tell me what decks you guys are planning on running for set championships. Obviously don't. If you want to keep it secret, don't tell me the deck list. But but at least tell me what colors you're running. And if you want to, you can also tell me what have you been running these colors for a very long time. I myself run a bunch of different decks in an effort to kind of see something that sticks out. But yeah, most importantly, like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys joining me on this channel. All right, let's go ahead and check in with the Steel Jafar. This is a deck that's been around in my household for a very long time. And I usually have it on and off most of the time. I got really committed to Jafar since like set 5 as a viable option, and I always just had it in my back pocket, just mostly because like Amethyst Steel is a deck that is I do think it's a very solid deck overall. But I also have to be like very comfortable in the way it's played. And so as far as like variations of certain decks, I try to think of what could kind of connect with myself on my own level, and do I really want to play this deck? So let's try this. Do I want to try for risk? Let's do this instead. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. I can't keep it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send back 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle that. I've been thinking a lot lately about Lorcana mats. I usually, if you guys have seen me play, whether or not through stream or through my time doing set championships, you kind of know that I never really pull too many punches in my decks. As far as like what my layout is, I know a lot of people try to hide what colors they're running and try to like spring them on there too, but I'm usually pretty open about it. It's just like, if I'm playing Amethyst Steel, you know I'm playing Amethyst Steel, just by the deck. Now, Blue Steel notwithstanding, just because blue is currently held, as far as the color, being held by Sapphire, and then of course, the steel's got steel sleeves, so it's stuck with the black ones. But even then, like this right here is like a good solid giveaway. But anyway, so to my opponent, aka myself, I say, good luck, have fun, and let's do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by inking an Elsa and playing a Mickey. And I'll pass. Options. And draw a turn. Kick Cloud Kicker, and I'll pass turn. Okay, I'm going to draw for turn. Let's go ahead and ink Giant Cobra. I'll go ahead and play the Lamp. Now here's one of the top cards that is like really hot these days in the Jafar deck. It's a deck that's cards that's been around as long as Jafar play has been around, but it's been really brought to light thanks to Zan. So the Lamp is an item. It's 2 cost, uninkable, and when you banish this item, if you have a character named Jafar in play, you draw 2 cards, and if you have a character named Genie in play, you return a character with cost 4 or less to their player's hand. So yeah, it's a very solid card. I really like it a lot. I will go ahead and quest for 1, and I'll pass turn. I'm really glad to have my tablet back. As much as I do like doing the math for on like a boogie board, I do very much like just quick adjustments and all that kind of stuff, which is totally, I feel, is very valid when it comes to playing this sort of thing where you're doing that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, like just doing math is like for 2 characters is just really tough. So what I'm going to do is I am going to ink, I'm still here, and then I'm going to go ahead and pay 1 for Robin Hood, and I will pass turn. Okay, I'll draw for turn. I will, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and ink Friends on the other side. Actually, no, I'm not going to ink Friends on the other side. I'm going to ink Pete, and I'm going to go ahead and shift Mickey, to which I'm going to have Mickey sing Friends on the other side to draw 2 cards. And then I will pass turn. And draw a turn. So what I'm going to do is I am going to ink a Robin Hood. I'm going to go ahead and play. I'm going to go ahead and no. I'm going to go ahead and shift Kick Cloud Kicker, and I am going to quest for 3, and I will pass turn. Okay, I'm going to draw for turn. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and have Mickey sing Friends. Draw 2. I will go ahead and play Jafar. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and banish the Lamp to draw 2 cards. And then I will ink Jafar, and I'll pass turn. Okay, so let's see. I'll draw a turn. So I am going to ink Kit. I'm going to shift Robin I spend 3 for that. And then I'll go ahead and shoot. I'll go ahead and dang. I'm gonna go ahead and have Robin Hood saying Storm on Jafar. Gotta take that out. Go and draw a card. And then I'll go ahead and quest for 3 to 6. And I'll go ahead and pass turn. Okay, go ahead and draw for turn. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 for Genie, draw a card, and I am going to have, no, it's not gonna really matter. Yeah. Let's, no, I'm gonna go ahead and quest for 2, and I will contest her. Okay, I'm gonna drop her, and then I will ink kit. I will spend 2 for Mr. Smee, and then I will hard cast Strength of Raging Fire on Mickey, so it takes 2 damage, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish it off with Robin Hood. Gain 2 lore. I'm going to go ahead and quest for 3, and I will pass turn. Okay, let's draw for turn. I'm going to ink Mickey. I will go ahead and spend 2 for Jafar. 2 for the lamp. I'm going to go ahead and banish. I'll banish the lamp, and I'm going to send Smee back to hand. And then also draw 2 cards since I have both Genie and Jafar in play. And with 1, I'm going to go ahead and play Mickey. And I will pass turn. Oh, actually, sorry. I'm not going to pass turn. Quest for 2. No, I'm pass turn. Because you can't do anything to my guy. Okay, I'm going to draw a turn. Let's go ahead and spend 2 for Mr. Smee. And 2 for Mr. Smee. And then I will go ahead and quest for 5. Oh. Yeah, Robin Hood does take 3. That's right. Because from the match against Mickey. And I will pass turn. Alright. So here we gotta get that high roll. Let's do it. Draw for turn. So what I'm gonna do is I will have Genie sing War Came Zeus on Robin Hood. I will ink Chernobyl Followers. Art, Zeus, one of your Mr. Smees. I'll be nice, I'll get rid of that one. Oh, shouldn't do that. No, what am I doing? No, I'm not gonna do that, sorry. Damn. What's the whole point of this game? You play Jafar, and then you sing the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because you were going to draw 7 cards, and for every 16, and because for every card you draw, you gain a lore. And then let's see. I don't think that's going to do much for me. Yeah. Other than be able to play Cherno. But that should be the end of it, because yeah, boom, 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 just like that. Blue Steel gets the first victory of the night against Amethyst Steel. Let's see if that happens again. Hello, second watcher. Thank you for joining us at the Nerdstrom Household. You got a pretty solid one going off. We've managed to get both engines popping off, except Blue Steel obviously got it a little bit earlier than the other one. But you got Amethyst Steel Jafar, the number 4 seed here in the Nerdstrom Household, trying to take the place of the number 2 seed Blue Steel Ward package, Kiwi Birds version. Yeah, it's just like, honestly, like whenever if I ever do see Kit on the board, I'm usually pretty confident that I have a solid chance at winning, especially against a steel deck. So it kind of comes with the territory when it comes to that sort of thing. But I can't be too confident, too overconfident. Maybe I can be a little bit overconfident, especially since I made this deck anyway. But all right. So that is already set up. And so Amethyst Steel did go first in this game, in the first game. And it's the best of 3. And because Amethyst Steel still lost, it still gets to go first again. So Blue Steel is not out of the woods yet. It still needs to win one more time to prove that it is worthy of its number 2 status here in the Nerdstrom Household. So, hello, third watcher. Thank you for joining us. Just finished game 1. Blue Steel, number 2 seed here in the Nerdstrom Household, did just win. It's taken on Amethyst Steel Jafar, lately been getting a lot of traction to make the Zansai's performance with it. I do love both decks, and I just want to see which one comes out on top. So let's see. In case you guys are kind of curious about the Nerdstrom House Championship, I did want to let you guys know that the plan is that you will start to see some showcases of individual decks coming this Thursday, and I will hopefully be able to start the Nerdstrom House Championship either this next coming Sunday or if not on the Thursday after. So stay tuned. The House Championship is going to be on the line, and we will determine which is the top deck here in the Nerdstrom Household for set 7 of Lorcana. So be sure to watch that. So let's see. This hand is not, I do not have as much confidence in this hand as I did the last one. So we'll see what comes of it. What do you have on this side? Yeah, you know what, let's try it. Let's give it a shot and see where we go from there. Okay, I'm gonna send back 4. And I remember Blue Steel's going to go second in this one, in the second game. Let's see where we go from there. let's go ahead and get the steels set up ready. Okay. I felt like I was lucky getting the pieces that I needed. It's just that I couldn't get any ink when I played this one. That was the big factor in what ended up happening in this game, in the previous game. So that was kind of a problem. Let's go ahead and try that. Yeah. I'll keep that just in case. Okay. Send back 2. So both decks are set up. We're about to get ready for round 2. Just excuse me, chat, just for a couple of seconds. I just want to make sure that I have something taken care of before I switch on to this next game. But just know that Amethyst Steel is going to go first. All right, give me a second, hang on. All right, I appreciate you, chat. Thank you. Hey, 8 watching. Nice. Awesome. Thanks, viewers. So leave a comment. I'd love to hear you guys thoughts on this game. So Amethyst Steel is going to go ahead and go first. We've got Jafar playing on this side. We've got Blue Steel Kiwi Birds on that side. Very extensive ward package on this one too. It's a deck that I've been really working with for quite a while, hoping for the best for that deck. So anyways, let's go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and start with Iggy Cherno and playing Diablo. And I'll pass turn. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw for turn. And I will start here by inking inking a bell and playing Cloud Kicker. And I'll go ahead and pass turn. Alright, draw for turn. And then I'm going to, let's see, I will ink a friends and I'll play Jafar and I will pass turn. Actually, I should have quested. Yeah, you know what's good. I'm gonna quest. It's Nerdstrom House rules, so why not? I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. And I am going to ink a Lawrence, and I'm gonna spend 2 to play. No. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and play Calhoun. And I will pass turn. This one, I definitely do not want to quest with Kit. At least not yet. I'm gonna draw for turn. Okay, I'm gonna do some crazy, guys. All right, you guys ready for this? Check this out. I'm gonna eat Jafar, big Jafar, and I'm gonna spend 3 to play Pete, and then I will go ahead and quest for 1, and I will pass turn. Come on, give me my free card. There you go. Okay, and then I'm going to draw for turn here, and I will ink Robin Hood, and I will play Alice. Let's see. I don't want to do that. You know what? Yeah, screw it. No, don't. Kind of don't want it. I'm gonna pass turn. This might be a stalemate for a little while. Let's see where this goes from here. Okay, I'm going to draw for turn. Oof. That's not what you want to see. I'm going to spend 2 to play Mickey. Now this one is the Inspirational Warrior. During your turn, whenever this character banishes a character in a challenge, I can play a character for free. This is the spice that I have here in this deck. It is also enchanted. Sometimes you just need to show off, you know what I mean? I am going to, let's see. I'd hit it, yeah, so I'm gonna go on a quest for 2. And I will pass turn. Okay. I'll draw a turn. I am going to ink Kit. I will, let's see. I'll go ahead and spend 2 for Mr. Smee. I'm gonna go ahead and have Alice sing Strength on Pete. I will then spend 2 for Doc to, oh shoot, I keep doing that. Spend 2 for Doc to discard Bell and gain 2 cards on my end. And then I will, let's see. I'll go ahead and quest for 1. There's that. And then I will, let's see. I'll go ahead and pass turn. Okay. I'll draw for turn. I'm going to ink Big Jafar. I'm going to spend 4 for Genie, and I will draw for turn. And then what I'll do is I will, I'll go ahead and quest for 1. And then I can, it's a big board. Let's see. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna go ahead and challenge Alice. It takes 3 damage. I only take 1. I'm gonna take 1. I'm gonna go and finish it off with Mickey, taking out Alice. Because I banished a character in this challenge, I can play a character for free, and that will be Big Jafar. And then I will go ahead and quest for 2. Right? No, wait. Yeah. Yeah. That should be it, right? No. Hang on. I played that wrong. Sorry. Okay. There's that. Okay, cool. I had to kind of keep my. I had to just make sure that everything was synced up perfectly. Okay, yeah. Let's go and try it. Let's go and pass her. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. I am going to ink happy. I'm going to play Robin Hood. You didn't see nothing, chat. And then I will. There's no way I can kind of do anything about that particular card anyway. Let's. Oh, should we just go big? I think I do want to at least get something out of Calhoun. I'll go ahead and. Jafar's coming anyway. I'll challenge Diablo. At the very least, if it does, it could draw a whole new world in there anyway. It's already going to happen. How do I know that? Because Jafar is right there. That's the reason why. And then I am going to quest for 2. Be prepared for that. I'll go ahead and hit Doc into little Jafar. And then I will pass turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draw for turn. I'm gonna ink Churnbuck's followers. I'm going to play the lamp. I will go ahead and have Genie sing Along Came Zeus onto, yeah, there's the one, onto, I guess it kind of doesn't matter, but you do also could be a high roll too. Yeah, I'll deal 5 damage to Robin Hood, just in case next time you hit me, it's just big. Jafar's gonna sing Whole New World. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 12. Blue Steel is going to discard I'm Still Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. New hand. In an aggro deck, it's really tough to. It's really good to have that sort of thing. So it might backfire in your face, but we'll see. And then I am going to spend 2 to play the lamp. And what I'm going to do is I am going, just for kicks, I'm going to also go ahead and hit a Diablo in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to banish these 2 lamps. There is a Jafar in play, which means I draw 2 cards and draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 lore because of Jafar. And then I also get to send Genie 2 cards that of cost 4 or less back to the player's hand, which I'm going to send back Smee and Calhoun. 1 because Robin Hood is a cost 5, and 2 because Kid Clocker has 1. So that was actually a pretty good play, if I do say so myself. Nice. I can see why this deck is. I can see why this is so popular. All right. Your move, Blue Steel. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Got 2 evasives and a Diablo. Did I? Oh, I did put. Oh, yes. Yes, because I got a couple cards sent back to hand. Damn. Okay. Let's start by spending 3 to play Kit. And then I'm going to ink Aurora. I'm going to spend 3 to play Happy, and Kit. And then I'm going to go ahead and have Robin Hood sing Strength of Raging Fire on to Jafar for 5 damage. So that takes that away. And then I will go ahead and quest for 3. And I will pass turn. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, 8 Watchers. You ready to see some magic? Let's try this out. I'm going to draw for turn. I will go ahead and let's see. I'll go ahead and ink a. I'll go ahead and ink Mickey. No, I don't want to do that. This is tough. I think I want to ink a. Actually, no, I think I got it. Yeah, what am I doing? I got it. 1, 2, 3, and then so 1, 2, 3, and then I am going to play Giant Cobra. Discard Jafar. Boom. What was I looking at? So there it is. So that's the alternate win condition here in this deck that Set 7 has brought us. Whole new ball game now that you have Giant Cobra as an option. So Giant Cobra, if you guys don't know, it's a vanish character. When an opponent chooses this character for an vanish, it gets banished. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh, I'm going to put 2 damage on it, even then it's still got 4 strength, it'll just be banished immediately. And also when you play this character, I can choose and discard a card to gain 2 lore. I had plenty at my disposal, and I also had cards on the field. So that resulted in a victory for Amethyst Steel. Just like that. So, looks like it all comes down to this. So let's see if Blue Steel can still retain its position in the number 2 seed. Or can we see if Amethyst Steel can end up being top dog and overcome and become the new number 2 seed here in the Nerdstrom household? We are about to find out. That was actually a pretty clutch play, the way that it got played out. So certainly hope that was legit. Certainly hope that was legit. So let me know in the chat. Thank you guys for watching. I am really excited to see how this outcome goes. I'm so proud of Jafar, man. Jafar has been a type of deck that I've been running for a really long time. It's always good when somebody, especially somebody of such stature as Zen Syed, putting it over, making it useful. The other reason why I was so interested in this is like last Tuesday I went down to my local game store and I went ahead and played my Blue Steel deck, right? And I was running high because I felt pretty confident about it, especially going up against any sort of steel deck. I felt pretty confident. I ended up going up against two Amethyst Steel decks. One I went 1-1 against, with it doing what it does best, and the other one I actually got 0-2'd, And again, it like that Jafar thing. When it pops off, it's pops off. But like the thing that's most important is you have not just opportunities to get more cards so that you can find exactly what you need, but you can also take the you can also use the giant cobra just to kind of get the last thing that you need for the win. So, which is really cool. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got. Okay, so Amethyst Steel is actually supposed to go first. I kind of did the order of operations a little bit differently. Let's go ahead and dress up. Alright, so yeah, Amethyst Steel this time is going to go second. Okay. That's fine. Yep. No. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and send back 5. Okay. Goes. Wasn't a huge fan of that. This hand over on this side. We'll see how this one goes in comparison. Blue Steel had an incredible hand that first one. Same with the steel. It's just that the ink was an issue on the Amethyst Steel side in that first game. This one, not exactly the best conditions for a victory, but you kind of, it's like you can work with them. You can work with that situation at the same time too. Let's go ahead and, right, hello Murphy. Murphy's my cat. he's kind of a little scamp when he's wanting some company. So yeah. There you are. I'm gonna go ahead and send back. Let's. I don't know what to do. I like these cards. I don't like these cards at the same time too. Let's try. You know what? No, let's do this. I'm gonna send back 2, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay. Game 3. This is the brawl to end it all. The war to settle the score. This is a solid steel showcase, and we're about to find out which is the top steel deck here in the Nerdstrom household. 1 game, 1 win. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to start by inking Happy, and I'm going to go ahead and pay Cloud Kicker. Actually, no, you know what? It's not. I'm going to ink Bell. And then I'll play Cloud Kicker. And I'm going to go and pass it. Alright. Maybe, can you guys see? I was wondering if you could see Murphy or not. I'm going to drop a turn. And to start, I'm going to ink a Mickey, Big Mickey, and I'm going to go ahead and play Diablo. In case you guys are wondering, why in the world am I playing Big Mickey? Especially when I'm not playing Bruce. It is the end result of I wanted to have many 5-cost targets, especially shift ones, that I could put on. Unfortunately, I only have 4 Robin Hoods, and they're currently in this deck. That's the reason why it is like that. Okay, I'm gonna pass turn. So I have to work with what I have. If I do not have the card, I can't play the card. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a rough turn. And I am gonna just try this. I'm gonna go ahead and ink strength and Jafar. I'm gonna spend 1 and 1 for Happy and Robin Hood. And I will quest for 1. And I'll pass turn. Can't do anything to me, so. Unless of course he's got like, well, he can't even smash it anyway, so I'm gonna draw a turn. Let's see. I will go ahead and ink. Ink Giant Cobra. Yeah. And I'll pay 2 for Z-Lamp. Yeah? Should I do that? No, I'm not going to. I'm gonna spend 2 for Jafar. Why not? Go turn. I was gonna pass turn, excuse me. Okay, and I will go ahead and draw a turn. I'm gonna go ahead and ink Mr. Smee. I will go ahead and spend 3 for Shift Kit Cloud Kika. And then I will quest for 1. And I will, yeah, you know what, quest for 2. And I'll pass her. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and draft her. And I will I'm gonna ink Mickey, and I am going to spend 3 for Jafar. I'm gonna make Diablo Challenger, to which he's gonna gain 2, become a 2/1, and I'll go ahead and challenge Happy, which takes Diablo out, and then I will draw a card. Let's see which one it is. Okay. Okay, I am going to go ahead and pass her. Okay, I'm going to draw a turn. I am going to ink Robin Hood, and I will spend 3 for Alice. And I will, yeah, you're going to use that. I'm going to quest for 2 to 6, and I'll pass her. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw a turn. I will ink Pete. I will have Jafar some friends. Draw 2. I am going to spend 2 for the lamp, which I will immediately banish to draw 2. And then I am going to spend 1 for Diablo. And actually, no. Send that back. I'm gonna spend 2 for the lamp, but I'm not gonna use it. Okay, I'm gonna pass that. Okay, let's try this. Draw turn. Oh, you bastard. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 3 to shift Kit Cloud Kicker. I will go ahead and quest for 2, add 1 to Robin Hood and give it Ward. Spend to 3 to 14. And I am going to pass turn. That is a killer combo. So nice. So nice to see. Having Kit and Robin Hood at the same time? Bro, let's go. Off turn. Okay. I am going to Ink Giant Cobra. I will go ahead and spend 5 for Jafar. Sing Whole New World. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discarding a dock and getting 7. So, over on this side. The only problem on this side is I don't believe I've got anything that can smash any of that. So, do I have enough? I do have enough. Crap. I could just try to pace you. Draw 2 cards. Gain 2 lore. Yeah, that's crazy. That kid at that right point one time, plus having the house on there. That's like the god hand, man. That's crazy. Most I can do is quest for 2. Call it good, because you're gonna just quest it out. Oh, just like that. Wow. Well, blue steel is still viable, even after losing to Ruby Sapphire. And yeah, when you have the right combinations, it can handle best of them, even with a threatening deck like Jafar. It does seem like Jafar is still pretty much a high roll deck. But there are still a lot of items at its disposal that doesn't make it seem like it's down and out. At any point in the game, at some point you can just immediately pop off the thing on there, and if a guy is playing you not aggressively, you can just run away with having the right combinations each and every time. So yeah, so that is it. Blue Steel retains its number 2 seed, and I'd like to think that the settings are basically ready for set 7. So why don't we go ahead, before I leave, I want to go ahead and show you guys what the rankings stand as of right now in the Nerdstrom household. Okay, so as it stands right now, we've got the set championships. The NHC set. Seven. As it stands, the number 1 seed is Ruby Sapphire. Number 2 seed is Sapphire Steel. Three seed is Amber Steel. 4 is Amethyst Steel. 5, I believe, is Emerald Steel. And number 6 is let's go, Ruby Amethyst. So those are the seedings as it stands right now in the Nerdstrom household. Now, what is going to possibly happen is the number 6 seed, Ruby Amethyst, is going to be in a little bit of trouble because just like how it was last set, I do want to kind of provide a little bit more spice to the competition to see if maybe a hopeful deck can come in. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to incorporate a buy-in, which is kind of like a wild card. And that buy-in is going to be Amber, Emerald, Chernadogs. Or should I say Chernadogs. Now, that deck is going to make its debut as part of the buy-in game against Ruby Amethyst. This deck, and a couple of changes just so you guys at least know, for set 7, Nerdstrom House Championship, is that every single match that you are going to see is going to be a best of 3. So it'll start with the buy-in game, best of 3, Amber Emerald versus Ruby Amethyst. And then whoever faces whoever wins this match will go on to face the number 3 seed, Amber Steel. Okay? Then in addition, we'll also have a 4 and 5 match versus Emerald Steel and Amethyst Steel. And meanwhile, the Sap Steel and Ruby Sapphire are going to be, since they're the number 1 and 2 seeds, they are going to have a first round bye in this match. Whoever wins the number 3 and the number 6 slot will go on to face Ruby Sapphire in the next round. And then whoever wins the number 4 versus 5 seed is going to face Sapphire Steel in that next round. And then whoever wins that, it's going to be the number 2. It'll be those 2 contenders fighting for the Nerdstrom House Championship here in the Nerdstrom household. I can't wait. This has been a really great set to play with all of you guys. And it's been really great to see these decks develop. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Chernadogs can do in this set 7. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Remember that if you are still new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe for all things Nerdstrom House. Basically, Lorcana is what I do whenever I do these sort of contest things, and just know that I try to do a live stream every Sunday and every Thursday. So every Sunday night and every Thursday morning. Of course, life can get in the way, and I am only doing this as a part-time gig. I do have a life outside of Lorcana, but I do want to show my love for Lorcana through playing against myself, and hopefully someday playing against some friends along the way. I'll also provide some bonus content, bonus streams and things like that here and there whenever I can. So until next time, the next time you're going to see us, you're going to see some showcases of the new decks for the Nerdstrom House Championship, and you'll be seeing that this Thursday, hopefully. But until next time, my name is Nerdstrom, and I want to remind you guys that just because I play against myself, it doesn't mean that you have to. Go out and make some new friends, and let's get nerdy.